Hey, today we're going to be talking about Loanmaker. Loanmaker is part of the intice360 lead generation technology suite. It is a soft credit pull and an integrated full credit app system that integrates with Route 1 and with Dealertrack. So the goal with Loanmaker is to provide the customer the ability to get their real FICO score right through a dealership's website. Then they have the ability to complete a real credit application. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through an example of how we take Loanmaker, we embed it onto a dealership website, and walk you through how the customer can interact and get their free credit score right on your dealership website and complete a full credit application. To do that, what I'm going to do is I am going to run over and share my screen. And I have my test website set up. I'm going to use a fake customer, so we're not going to share any real customer's information or credit score. And on here, I have the ability to launch into Loanmaker a few different ways. One way is right from our icon bar, right on the bottom left-hand side of a dealership website. You can see that we got free credit score with a little gauge. If I click on that, it's going to open up the Loanmaker user interface. Now, just like the rest of our Intice suite of technology, this is a embedded technology that resides in the intice360 website, or it can be added to any website for that matter. And a customer can then enter their information and get their free credit score. And of course, we're going to include a custom video. Now, I'm going to go ahead and close this. Now, we also have the ability to add this to other places on a dealership website, such as right on an SRP. So we got an SRP a CTA button right here. We can also create this on some other pages on a dealership website, such as a Credit Score Express page. What you're looking at right here is what we call our mini tool. This is not a typical iframed solution. Our script will actually embed this information right on an individual page on your dealership website. And all of this content then becomes indexable and used for search engine optimization. And then when a customer engages with it, it's going to open up our Loanmaker user interface in this overlay technology. One of the reasons we do it this way is that this works perfectly on a mobile device, where if you have technology on your website that's iframed in, it doesn't translate to a good overall user experience for a customer. That's one of the reasons we do it that way. So now we can also do things like on our other test websites, we can create custom individual pages for customers to interact with, such as, hey, free credit score, get pre-qualified. All of this information then gets added to that landing page, and then a customer can launch into that Credit Score Express right from links or right from the mini tool, and it opens up that user interface. And if I've already pre-registered for other leads, you can see like right here, it's automatically going to pre-fill that information. But if I go over to my test website again, and I come back to the home page and I click on the Get Free Credit Score, it opens this UI. We have a 1 minute, 11-second video, which I'll play for you right now.
Checking your credit should be fast and easy. Say hello to CreditScore Express. FICO scores are used in 90% of all lending decisions, so a FICO score is a pretty accurate reflection of your credit worthiness. Credit scores are calculated using computer programs known as scoring models. Scoring models perform sophisticated statistical analysis on the contents of your credit report. CreditScore Express uses a soft credit pull, which never impacts your credit or shows as an inquiry. To get your FICO score range, just tell us about yourself. No social security number or date of birth needed. And in seconds, CreditScore Express will provide your personal FICO score range. Plus, you can get pre-qualified instantly, and we'll send your credit score and pre-qualification certificate right to your email. Optionally, you can complete an express credit application. Our professional financial services team will review your application and provide you with a pre-qualification status in just minutes. Checking your credit score and getting pre-qualified for a car loan should be fast and easy. And with CreditScore Express, it is.
So this is Loanmaker. We've tried to create an experience that makes sense to the customer and name it that way. And that's why you see CreditScore Express. It makes sense to the customer. It's a marketing message. We use that in our marketing to drive traffic to your dealership website and convert leads. And it's part of the entire intice360 platform. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my fake customer's information. Now, so I'm going to share with you a few different things that we're doing here. So number one, we have to have a valid email address to be able to go forward here. So you can see it knows what a real email address is. And even the Carrie at intice.com is not a real email address, but David at intice.com is a real valid email address. Another thing it's going to do, it's going to validate the mobile phone number. So we've really ratcheted down the security, not allowing anybody that has any ill intent to try to get credit scores for customers. And we have a lot of security measures in place, including the email validation, the mobile phone validation, the physical address validation. We also have a second chance, last 4 Social Security. If it looks like there might be somebody that is trying to request information that's not theirs. And then when a customer completes that front page and they click the Get FICO Score Range, the first thing that we're going to do is do a 2-factor authentication. The 2-factor authentication is going to be sent right to an email or more than likely right to a mobile device. In this demo experience, right now we have it set to email. So if I'm just going to go up here, you can see here is my CreditScore Express verification number. And like I said, most of the time that's going to be right to a mobile device. But I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to hit next. You can see here what we found is I have a duplicate entry based on IP address. So if a customer is already registered once for a credit score on an IP address and we notice that as a duplicate, we're going to prevent that customer from being able to access any more credit scores. So I can now, but we do give the customer the ability to complete a full credit application if that is the case. And I can go ahead and click Go to App. And this is where they can finish out that part right there. Now, in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and close this out, and I'm going to talk about our showroom mode system. So this is kind of a backdoor into our system that bypasses some of those IP address security measures, so we can do valid testing. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that right there. And this kind of works for all of our tools where we have the showroom mode available. So you don't want to generate a lead, you don't want to generate an email going to the customer, you can do that. But you have to have a special password. And I'm not going to share that with this, but I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. So turn it on to showroom mode. It's going to allow me to go through this next step. It is still going to send me an email address for that 2-factor authentication. Copy that. Come over here, paste that in, and now it's going to let me finish the process. Now, once it does that, you'll see a nice little animation. It's going to do a little animation up to that area, and then it's going to share the pre-qualification certificate. Now, at this point, we've shared the FICO score to the customer as a 706 to 726. Now, their credit score is going to be right in between those two numbers, but we're expressing that in a 20-point range. So if they come into the dealership and maybe it's 1 or 2 points one way or 5 or 10 points one way or another, it's still going to fall within that range. And then we pre-qualify that customer to a specific value. Now, at this point, what I have the ability to do as a customer is I can skip the credit application and just get my pre-approval. I can walk away and just close this, or I can complete a full credit application. So Loanmaker is actually two different parts. One, a soft credit pull, and two, a full credit application that will integrate directly with Route 1 or Dealertrack. So in this example, I'm already pre-approved. Why don't I complete a full credit application? So I'm going to go ahead and press that button right there. It's going to let me know that I do need to provide my Social Security number and date of birth and authorize a hard credit pull. So I'm going to go ahead and click accept. And you'll see that we built this in a very modern UI, very familiar for customers, almost like if Google was to create a credit application, what would it look like? So I'm going to say I have a mortgage, and I've been at my mortgage for 4 years. My monthly payment is $2,000 a month, let's say. I am employed. I work for Acme. My phone number, 888-555-1212. Occupation, I'm a manager there. I've been there for over 5 years, and I make $6,000 a month. Let's just say. Now, this information is all the required information for a complete credit application. Now, I can go ahead and hit next. I can share my Social Security number, my date of birth, authorizing a financial privacy policy. Got a full disclosure there, and we got a really cool way to get a digital signature, which they can do just by completing that information there. I can clear it and do it again if I want to. Now I can add a co-applicant with the disclaimer B and all of the other things, or I can just hit complete. Now that's going to send that application right to Route 1 or Dealertrack, and it is going to give me my qualification certificate. So you can see here, it gives me like our up card, which we normally kind of have in all of our different certificates. You can say I got the FICO score, CreditScore Express, and then the different ranges. So we show exceptional, very good, good, fair, or rebuilding. And in this case, we're 706 to 726. So our score is good. It was updated on February 6th. And then we have a pre-qualification certificate that we're showing here for 52,250. And that's part of the CreditScore Express and Loanmaker. Now, other things that we can do is that we can set this up just for a credit application as well. So instead, we can skip the CreditScore Express part and move right into a credit application, which we're doing right here. So that's how we create the, on our intice360 system, where Apply for Credit is going to open up our Loanmaker Plus is what we call it, which is just the credit application, which will integrate directly with Route 1 and Dealertrack. So that's showing up right there as well. And it includes all that information. So in this video, what we covered was CreditScore Express and Loanmaker. So Loanmaker is part of the intice360 suite of lead conversion tools. We incentivize a customer to register and go through the system by giving them their real FICO score, and they can complete a real credit application. It's very secure, where we're looking at the customer's valid physical address, their email address, their phone number. We have two-factor authentication, a very secure system. And in addition, we allow the customer to complete a real credit application as well. We find that CreditScore Express and Loanmaker is one of the highest lead generation tools that can be put on a dealership website, especially if it is fully baked into the entire process like we have on intice360. So in this video, we covered that. I appreciate your time checking out our videos like I always do. You'll find this video and plenty others at intice.com.